Imagine holding a penny in your hand worth more than a luxury car. Now, picture that same penny selling for a mind-blowing $3 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, here's the twist, that exact scenario could be lurking in your pocket change right now. Stay with me because today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1949 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that's turning everyday people into millionaires. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot one and why collectors are paying a fortune for it. Spoiler alert, missing out on this could cost you, big time. But first, let's uncover why this particular penny has become the holy grail of coin collectors. To truly appreciate the 1949 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, we need to understand a bit of its history. Produced in Philadelphia, this penny lacks the small mint mark that indicates its origin. Now, most people wouldn't give this detail a second thought. But here's the kicker, its rarity and pristine condition have made it one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Some of these pennies have fetched up to $3 million at auctions. Yes, $3 million. Let's pause for a moment. When's the last time you checked that jar of coins sitting on your counter? Maybe it's time you did. But what exactly makes this penny so valuable? It boils down to three critical factors: rarity, condition, and collector demand. Only a limited number of these pennies exist in near-perfect condition, known as mint state. And here's a little secret, even a slightly worn 1949 no-mint mark penny can fetch thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk condition. Grading coins is a meticulous process. A penny in mint state 67, for example, is the equivalent of a flawless diamond. It's perfection that collectors will pay top dollar for. So, if you find a 1949 penny, don't toss it into a vending machine just yet. Instead, have it appraised. And speaking of appraisal, do you know the difference between a good appraisal and a life-changing one? Stick around, we'll cover that shortly. By now, you're probably wondering, what if I don't have a 1949 penny? Great question. Here's a fun thought, other rare pennies, like the 1943 steel penny, are also worth small fortunes. So don't stop at just one year, check them all. Think of it as a treasure hunt, except the treasure is right under your nose. Quick question, if a penny could make you a millionaire, does that mean finding 2 pennies makes you a billionaire? Asking for a friend. Now, let's talk specifics. How do you even begin to sell a rare penny, and what's the secret to maximizing its value? Selling a rare penny isn't as simple as walking into your local bank and asking for $3 million. There's a strategy to it, and if you follow the steps I'm about to share, you'll be way ahead of the game. First, get your coin graded. This is non-negotiable. Reach out to trusted organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Company. They'll certify your penny and assign it a grade, which directly impacts its value. Next, research auction houses. Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers are excellent starting points. These platforms specialize in rare coins and attract serious collectors. But here's a pro tip, never settle for the first offer. The market for rare coins is competitive, and patience can pay off, literally. Finally, stay informed. Rare coin values fluctuate based on collector demand and market trends. A penny worth $10,000 today could be worth millions tomorrow. Remember, knowledge is power, and in this case, it's also wealth. Cliffhanger. So, what happens if you find one of these pennies? Well, that's when the real adventure begins. Imagine the possibilities: paying off your mortgage, traveling the world, or building generational wealth. But here's the catch: finding the right buyer is just as important as finding the coin itself. Want to know how to spot a serious collector from a scammer? I've got you covered in the next video. Don't miss it. You've just emptied your pocket change, and there it is, a plain, unassuming penny. But what if I told you that one single penny from 1968, without a mint mark, could be worth up to $2.9 million? Yes, you heard that right, a single coin could change your entire life. Before you toss that penny aside, ask yourself, could this tiny copper coin be your golden ticket? Here's the catch. Many people have this rare treasure sitting right under their noses, and they don't even know it. By the time they realize it, it could be too late. So, how can you make sure you're not missing out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? Stick with me until the end, and I'll reveal the secrets to identifying this million-dollar penny and how you can turn it into a life of wealth and freedom. First, let's break down why this 1968 penny is so valuable. Unlike most coins, this one was struck without a mint mark. Normally, coins minted in Philadelphia have no mark, but there's a twist with the 1968 Lincoln penny. This anomaly makes it a sought-after rarity in the coin-collecting world. Think of it like finding a diamond in the rough, hidden, overlooked, but priceless to the right person. Now, imagine the excitement of discovering that you own one of these coins. What would you do with that kind of money? Pay off your debts. Travel the world. Buy your dream home. It's not just about the money, it's about what the money represents: freedom, opportunity, and the chance to rewrite your story. But let's face it. The idea of finding a rare coin in a sea of ordinary pennies can feel overwhelming, right? You might be thinking, how am I supposed to know if my penny is worth millions? Don't worry. I've got you covered. Here's what to look for. The coin should have the year 1968 and no visible mint mark. Check its condition. The better it looks, the higher its value. And if you're unsure, consult a trusted coin expert or appraiser. When was the last time you really looked at your change? If you're like most people, you probably can't even remember. So, here's your reminder: tonight, before you go to bed, take 5 minutes to sift through your pennies. Who knows? Tomorrow morning, you might wake up as a millionaire. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. The current market value of a 1968 no-mint mark penny in excellent condition is skyrocketing. Some have sold for thousands, and the rarest examples have reached bids close to $2.9 million at auction. Yes, you heard me right, millions. But here's the kicker: demand for rare coins like this is only increasing. The longer you wait, the more competition you'll face from collectors and investors, still skeptical. Let me ask you this: what's the worst that can happen if you check your pennies tonight? Nothing. But what's the best that can happen? Everything. That's the beauty of it. It costs you nothing to check, but the rewards could be life-changing. And don't forget, even if you don't find a 1968 no-mint mark penny, other rare coins could be lurking in your collection. From 1943 steel pennies to 1972 double-die obverse, every coin tells a story, and some of those stories are worth a fortune. Before we wrap up, here's a thought: what if someone else stumbles upon this information before you do? Imagine losing out on your chance because you hesitated. Don't let that happen. Take action now. Check your coins, educate yourself, and seize this incredible opportunity. The next time you hold a penny in your hand, remember, it's not just spare change, it could be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a penny, and discovering it's worth more than your house, or even your entire retirement fund. Sounds crazy, right? What if I told you that an ordinary-looking 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth, up to $2.7 million? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to turn a single coin into life-changing money. Let's start with the basics. In 1978, the Lincoln penny was mass-produced, with billions of them rolling off the presses. But not all pennies are created equal. Some carry hidden secrets, and one of those is the elusive, no-mint mark variation. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about a missing mint mark? And why would anyone pay millions for what seems like a mistake? Coins without mint marks often come from specific production quirks that make them incredibly rare. Combine that rarity with an obsessive collector market, and you've got a recipe for jaw-dropping value. But before you dash off to grab your loose change, let's pause. Many coins look similar but don't have the qualities that make them worth millions. So how do you know if your 1978 penny is the real deal? Don't worry, I've got you covered. First, let's address the fear. What if you've already spent a fortune hiding in plain sight? Don't panic just yet. There are a few key details to check. Take a closer look at your penny. Does it lack a mint mark, meaning no tiny letter D or S below the date? That's your first clue. But rarity alone isn't enough. Collectors also look for impeccable condition. Your coin needs to be in mint state or close to it, no scratches, no wear, and definitely no discoloration. Even the tiniest blemish can reduce its value significantly. Now, here's where it gets exciting. A recent auction saw a 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sell for over $2.7 million. And why? Because it was an exceptional example of this rare error coin. That's the kind of payday we're talking about. Still not sure if your penny makes the cut? You'll want to have it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service. This step is crucial. Without proper certification, even the most valuable coin can go unnoticed. So, you've identified a potential treasure. What's next? Selling a rare coin isn't like selling a used car, it requires strategy. You need to connect with the right buyers, serious collectors and reputable auction houses. The more competitive the bidding, the higher your payout. Here's a pro tip: timing is everything. The rare coin market is constantly shifting, influenced by trends, economic factors, and even hype from blockbuster sales. Listing your coin at the right time can make a huge difference, but don't wait too long. Remember, every moment you delay is a chance for someone else to beat you to the punch. Imagine the regret of holding on to a penny worth millions, only to find out its value has dropped. That's why it's critical to act now. Now you know the secrets of the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. You've learned what makes it so valuable, how to identify it, and how to sell it for maximum profit. The question is, what will you do next? Your financial future could be hiding in your pocket, your drawer, or even that dusty old jar of coins sitting in your garage. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Start searching, start checking, and who knows? You might just join the ranks of those who turned a single penny into millions. Let me ask you something: how often do you glance at the coins jingling in your pocket or tucked away in an old jar, thinking they're just spare change? What if I told you that one of those pennies could be worth up to $2.5 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single penny. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1979 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin that's shaking up the market and changing lives. You're holding what looks like an ordinary penny. It's scratched, tarnished, maybe even a little dull. But here's the catch: this unassuming coin is a jackpot waiting to happen. The 1979 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is one of the rarest coins in the world, and collectors are willing to pay a fortune to own it. Why? Because it's an anomaly, a mistake, and mistakes like these are worth their weight in gold, or in this case, millions of dollars. But how do you know if you have one of these hidden treasures? And why is this coin so special? Stick with me, because in a moment, I'll tell you exactly what to look for. First, let's talk about what makes the 1979 no-mint mark penny so valuable. In 1979, most pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Denver have a D mark, and San Francisco coins have an S. But in a rare twist, some Philadelphia pennies were minted without any mark at all. This oversight turned them into instant collector's items. Now, before you go frantically digging through your coin collection, here's what to check: look at the front of the coin, just below the date. If there's no P mint mark, you might be holding a winner. Inspect the coin's condition. The cleaner and sharper it looks, the higher its value. Lastly, consider getting it authenticated by a professional. This step can mean the difference between selling it for a few dollars or a few million. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay $2.5 million for a penny? Think about it: collectors are driven by passion, and owning a piece of history like this is priceless to them. Plus, as more people learn about this coin, its value only increases. It's basic supply and demand, and right now, demand is skyrocketing. Here's the catch: opportunities like this don't last forever. As more 1979 no-mint-mark pennies are discovered and enter the market, the competition grows. The question is, will you be the one cashing in, or will you miss out? Picture this: a person just like you finds one of these pennies in an old jar, sells it, and suddenly their financial worries are gone. They're living the dream: no more debt, a new car, maybe even early retirement. That could be your story. But only if you act now, still skeptical. Here's a little humor to lighten the mood. Imagine explaining to your kids that you're a millionaire thanks to a penny, and they're still begging for an allowance. Now, before we wrap up, let me leave you with this cliffhanger. In the next video, I'll reveal the story of someone who turned their penny collection into a multi-million-dollar empire. Trust me, it's a story you won't want to miss. So, check your pockets, your drawers, and those dusty coin jars. Because that humble penny might just be the key to your new, wealthy lifestyle. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and potentially life-changing coins out there, the 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Yes, this humble-looking coin could be worth up to $2 million. But how can a regular old penny hold such incredible value? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just be sprinting to check your coin collection. You're sorting through a dusty jar of pennies, maybe one you've had for years, and you come across an unassuming 1984 penny. No special shine, no glittering gold, just a plain copper coin. Now, what if I told you that penny might be your golden ticket to a millionaire lifestyle? It sounds impossible, right? Well, not if you understand the secrets behind this rare and valuable coin. Here's the catch: the 1984 Lincoln penny you're looking for has no mint mark. That tiny detail could mean the difference between a penny and a potential $2 million payday. But before we reveal what makes this coin so valuable, let's address a common question: how does a tiny detail like a missing mint mark create such immense value? Hold on, because this story is about to get even more intriguing. To understand the worth of the 1984 no mint mark Lincoln penny, we need to talk about errors. Coin collectors, or numismatists, thrive on the unusual. A missing mint mark signifies a mistake made during the minting process, turning an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. Think of it like a Picasso painting with an odd stroke or a famous novel with a misprint. Imperfections often make things priceless. Now, why does the 1984 penny in particular fetch such an astronomical value? This was a year of heightened interest in error coins, and some pennies from this time have become legendary. The absence of a mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia, but the kicker? Only a few of these coins have been confirmed. It's the scarcity combined with collector demand that drives up the price. Let's pause for a moment. How many of you are already thinking about digging through your change jar? Or calling your grandma to see if she's got some old pennies stashed away? Don't worry, we'll wait. Here's another thing to note: condition matters. If your coin is in pristine condition, often referred to as mint state, the value skyrockets. Even a slightly worn coin could still fetch a hefty sum, but the closer it is to mint state, the better your chances of hitting that $2 million jackpot. So, how do you identify if your 1984 penny is the one collectors are willing to break the bank for? First, check for the mint mark. If there's no tiny letter under the date, you might be in luck. Next, inspect its condition. Does it look almost untouched? Great, that's what collectors crave. Finally, consider having your coin appraised by a professional. Trust me, a small investment in an expert opinion could lead to a massive payout. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. Some of these coins have already been sold at auctions for jaw-dropping amounts. Imagine walking away with $1.5, or even $2 million for a single penny. What would you do with that kind of money? Pay off debt? Buy a dream home? Travel the world? The possibilities are endless, but only if you take action. And here's the kicker: you're not the only one watching this video. Thousands of people right now are learning about this coin and rushing to search their collections. Don't let someone else find the treasure that could have been yours. The clock is ticking, and the opportunity won't last forever. Before we wrap up, here's a thought to leave you with. How many other coins in your collection might be hiding in plain sight, waiting to change your life? The 1984 no-mint mark penny is just one example. What other treasures could you be overlooking? In our next video, we'll reveal more rare coins that could be worth millions. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Your journey to uncovering hidden wealth has only just begun. Thanks for watching Pawn Stars Coins, and happy hunting.